Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. A lot of mod creators that quit at the beginning of FS19 said it's because of the new game. They don't like the new game, they don't like how it feels, so they're just going to quit. They're not going to do any more. Now, I know that some of them definitely did because they didn't like the new game, but I know that others did it because they didn't like the way the community was treating them, and they blamed it on the game anyway. Don't really know why. Yeah, it's a difficult one to kind of try and understand. Am I making any sense with any of this? Like, it is difficult to understand why they have... The main reason is the way that they're being treated by the community in general, but they're posting it's because they don't like the new game, and they don't like the way coding works with the new game, and so they're stopping because of that. I don't really understand that bit. I mean, yeah, there are people that have stopped because of that, but there is plenty of other reasons. I don't think all of the mod creators that stopped making mods in FS at the beginning of this version of the game stopped because they didn't like the game. Yes, there were some. And yes, there were quite a lot of people that didn't like the this version of the game compared to the last version of the game, or didn't feel that it improved on very much. I personally... I like this game, and I do love some of the additions that they made to it compared to the previous version of the game. I don't feel that this game was as big a jump in overall gameplay and quality and so on as the... Going from 15 to 17 felt like a much more significant step than going from 17 to 19. But with everything that we're seeing from 19 to 22, the decision to delay the release of the new game by a year absolutely was the best thing that they could have done. Like, the amount of new stuff that we're getting now, the changes that they have now made to this game are absolutely amazing. There is so much stuff that has been added in. And you can really see what they've been doing. This extra year that they've taken to produce this new version of the game, definitely worth waiting for. Like, I was wondering how it would go. It could have gone either way. As I understand it, FS19 was, in part, kind of tied up with expectations from consoles and from outside influences ordering certain things must be done, time scale, certain time must be, adhered to, and so on and so forth. And this did hamper the development a little bit. And there was some... Now, I don't know about this. This is just hearsay. I've just heard rumors about this. So I've got no idea if any of this is actually true, but I heard that there was... internal restructuring after the release of FS19 because people weren't happy with the way that it'd gone in company, and that internal restructuring in part resulted in the announcement FS22 is not going to be released, and well, it wasn't even FS22. There won't be an FS game released on the usual scheduled time. We're taking longer. We want to make the next version of the game work a lot better. And from the little tidbits of information that I've heard in different places, this was in part due to internal restructuring and sort of general feedback, and Giants themselves saying, you know what, we're not going to bow down to anybody else and listen to demands about what should and shouldn't be done. We're going to do this how we want to do it, and we have a vision for how this game needs to be, and this is what the game is going to be. And this is why we had to wait an extra year for this game. And from what I'm seeing of this game, from what I'm seeing about what's coming out, absolutely the right choice. There is no question in my mind whatsoever about whether or not this was the right thing for them to do. They have absolutely done the right thing. So, I mean, I'm just going on what I've seen at the moment. From the machinery we've seen, from the processes we've seen, from the fact that Giants released a load of information about the game, and then they had feedback and complaints about certain aspects of it, and they've already gone and changed it before the game's released. They've gone back into it, and they've said, right, well, we need to change this, and change this, and we need this to look like this, and we need this to do this. And they've already gone and done that, and then they went and released a video showing the updated changes, and they had actually gone and done it. New gameplay video showed significant changes in a number of different aspects. They talked through the changes that they'd gone and made, and they'd gone and done it. And this is the thing with the sorghum with the stripper headers. That was one of them. And there was a load of other stuff, especially graphical updates as well. They've gone and worked on that, and there were other aspects. I can't remember what the rest of it was, but basically, it's Giants just turning around and saying, you know what, this is what you said that you wanted, this is what you said you thought we were doing wrong. Okay, so that's what we've done for you. How do you like it now? And yeah, looked really cool. So this is what's basically it's giving me. I've got high hopes for this game. I really do. Like what we've seen so far, I've got really high hopes for how this is going to work out for us. We will see. We will see soon. In just a few weeks' time, we will get our paws on a copy of the game. All of us. In a few weeks' time, we will be playing the new game. Well, I say all of us. A lot of us. In a few weeks' time, will be playing the new game. If you are a member of my Discord server, I did post up a notification just recently. We have a multiplayer server which is owned, organized, and run. Well, not the server itself is run by Nitrado. We're the ones that kind of control what goes on the server, but that's just how multiplayer servers work. So I don't need to explain that, do I? And when FS22 comes out, in theory, I should be able to have a brand new FS22 multiplayer server from Nitrado on the day of launch, which is really, really cool. I've already made an announcement on my Discord about that to state that we will have that one. There will be a 1-month crossover, although I don't think there will be very many people that will be interested in doing anything on the FS19 one. Most of the moderating team... Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to most of the moderating team. Some of the moderating team will be playing the new game, so they won't be interested in playing the old version. And we'll be losing the old one after 1 month. So I need to do that, and then I want to do that. Right. I was going to take these bales over to the farm, and then we'll come back and we'll get the last 3 that we've got down there, and then we can start the planting. I currently have 386,000... well, it's actually euros. 386,000 euros, 385,000 euros that we have got in the kitty right now, and once we've got the rest of the canola planted, we'll be able to fast forward time, we'll be able to get a load more, so I can buy more cows. This straw right here, I'm actually thinking I'm just going to dump this straight into the feed mixer rather than storing it on the ground outside. The only reason to store the straw on the ground outside previously was so that we've got it as backup bedding for the cows. So I'm going to leave the straw that we do have on the ground. That can stay there as backup bedding for the cows. And we'll put this stuff straight into the feed mixer. I've got 500,000 litres of straw in storage. And then this bit right here. So, I mean, if we really, really get desperate, we could go and get some more. I think the straw that is in for the cows, it's enough to last for 6 days. So, I mean, yeah, we won't be getting round to doing crops again, but if we were desperate, we could always grow an emergency round of wheat or something like that, just to get a little bit more straw, but we're not desperate at the moment. So I'm just going to run through like that. This time I'm leaving the straps on, so that when I come out this way, and I turn round, the bales don't fall over. So we just leave the straps right there. There we go. A little tiny bit of hay gone off there as well. And then we go through there like that. So now, if we jump off a second and we go and have a look, we have 2.13 million litres of straw in here and 232,000 litres of dry grass. So 385,000 euros at the moment. Let's go in here and buy a few more cows, shall we? Brown and whites. There. This pressing and holding in order to move more animals across, this is a mod. It's a wonderful mod. I was so pleased to see this one because having to spam the button to move the animals across was something I absolutely hated. And now we've got this mod that allows us just to press and hold, which, quite frankly, is absolutely wonderful. I'm not going to put any more than that in at the moment. I'm going to put those. So we've now got 618 cows. Boom. Like that. Fantastic. So let's go and have a look at what they want. Yeah, I'm already running. We're running low on everything. Well, low-ish. Every 2 hours and 45 minutes, we get a new cow. Straw pellets right there. 400 and straw ore pellets. 450,000 litres. I got 500,000 in storage, which will fill that one up. But to be honest, it's not going to last all that long. I might end up needing to try and get some of the straw. We may end up having to go and get a straw blower machiney doodah and manually put in some of these bales like that. Didn't really want to have to do that. I know there are mods that we might be able to use, so we could end up doing that instead. But yeah, that looks like something that we may end up having to do. So I'm just going to go and grab the last 3 bales off the field. We'll dump this one off to the side, and then I can go and very quickly pick up the... Oh, help the bees completed their task. That's going to be the other seed drill. Let's say I'll grab a seed drill and get them working in this field here. I love the sound of this truck. It sounds absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? 97k. Round we go, like that. Slide around the corner at 40. And job done. Okay, so I've got 3 bales on here. I love it. So I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to just stand still for a minute, and I'm going to unload those bales onto there. I'm going to do it like that. And then I'm just going to pull this one off to the side. I'm going to leave it right there for a minute because I need to get going with the seed drilling. So this one here, we're going to want that one to... not the baler, though. I don't want the baler. So that one's up there out of the way. This one is over here on the headland, ready and raring to go. So I'll unfold you, and I'm going to do one pass along the bottom end of the field here. And I'm going to do that with the hired help. And then I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to let it start working up and down that direction without... with just the hired help go, and we'll see how much it leaves behind. Sometimes it's pretty good. I don't remember how much it did last time. And I also don't remember if I need to start in the corner over there or start in this corner over here. I absolutely can't remember now. So it does make a difference. So I'm just going to start it in this corner. I know that the first pass, when I get up there, it will stop quite a long way short of the corner to turn round because of the road being there. doesn't like the road. See, it's going to do it right here as well. It takes the road as a collidable object and doesn't want to drive onto it. Which I suppose is a good thing, really. It stops it from having a pile up with the traffic that might be on there. That being said, we are going to just help it along a bit. So I'll watch it get up to that other corner and do its turnaround the first time. So I'm going to bring you in here like this. It's going to head up across, and then I'm going to let the hired help go just up to the corner there as close as it'll get, and then we'll just help it do the last little bit. That's better. Yeah. Shouldn't take very long. Once it's gone and done that bit, then we will leave it alone and let it just carry on and do whatever it's got to do. See, it's how close are we going to get to this? Long way back, that is, isn't it? Look at that. Why so far back? I don't really get why so far back. Because it doesn't do it with the rest of it. I mean, yes, can't really do the drilling all the way out very well without going right onto the road, which technically you don't want it to do anyway. So I'm going to bring you up to there, and then off you go. So that one can carry on there and go and do that. So next up, I want this one. And I don't want the baler. I don't want to be using that one for the silage, because you can't go and put bale straight in there, which, I tell you what, I don't know if you can put bales in there. But there is a way that we can find out. I can make one bale. Actually, let's do it up here at this end. Because then I can take 20,000 litres away from this field and carry it down. So we start that one up. Right there. Just going to pick up that little odd bit right there. And there's another little odd bit over here. We'll see if we can get as well while we're at it. There we go. Pick that bit up. And then I will go into here like this. So all I'm going to be doing is waiting until that bale is full in the chamber. I don't want any more than that. So I've got one bale of straw right there, and then I'll have a bale of grass. And all we will do then is we will drive this straight back to the farm, and we will tip it out next to or over where the intake is for the silage fermenter. And we will see if this bale is able to be used or not. So I don't want to go very much further than this. A bale of grass. There. Right. 107 litres of grass. I think that does actually mean that... Let me just stop that one a minute. That the whole of the next bale now is going to be grass. It might not, because it's less than 1%. It may switch to the next crop that goes into the baler. I don't know, but we need to test this out first. We want to drive this over. If I take the grass bale and I drive over the in-feed point, if I drive this over the sale point, the bale sell point, it'll sell the bales immediately. If I drive it over the in-feed for our mixed feeder that we've got, it'll take the grass out as well. You can put that straight into the dry grass section, even though it's wet grass that we've baled. So you don't technically have to turn it into hay first. So you could argue that the machine itself turns it into hay, it dries it out while it's processing it. That being said, if we're going to be putting hay in there, we're going to be putting hay in there. That's just what we do. So what we want to find out, though, is whether or not we can put it into here. So the first test is obviously just to drive across the input side of this fermenter, which is right here. It's that one. We'll see if it just takes the bale straight out. Right, it hasn't taken the bale straight out, so option B then is to unload the bale. And it won't take that one either. So we know now that we can't put whole bales in there. So the only way that we're going to be able to do anything with that is to use the other one over there, that one. And there's an easy way to go and do that. If I just unhitch this baler a minute. I've got the bale of straw is left there. We're also going to want to pick that one up. And that bale of straw. So I'll end up having to break both of them open. And then we'll bring them back over this way, and we're going to tip them in to the cattle yard over here. So we'll go back this side. Right here. Right, let's try cracking this one open first. So you just right-click on it, and it does that. There's still a bale in there. It's got 12,000 litres on it. Now, that means that what I got to do... And also, I've now got to make a terrible mess here everywhere, which is also not helpful. Ooh. I know what I can do. I just thought what I could do to actually help us do this a little bit easier. Let's just tip that one off there a second. And then we'll go over here and we will dump that front weight down there like that. And then we'll get this snowblower right here. We'll use the snowblower instead. Something else... Manure in air, 329,800. Oh, so it's not full. Although it kind of looks like it's full there, I don't think it's actually full at the moment. So we'll just unfold this one like that. And I think the machine itself is... Yeah, that's already unfolded. So that's ready to roll. So all I have to do is pick that one up and then go over here. We switch to this front one. Start it and lower it down, and that will allow me to put that grass straight into here. But it's got enough of a reach on it that I will actually be able to go and pick up all of the material that has gone into the back in there. So I'm going to right-click that one again, and we're just going to keep doing this until we've picked up this bale. A little bit of a slow process, admittedly. It would be nicer if we had other ways to do this, but this is what we're stuck with, so this is what we will do. The straw bale, I can shove that one out of the way in a minute. Make it easier to undo. So, I've still got 1,600 litres left on that bale. Just get a last little bit in there. Like that. And then, boom. Right, that's all gone now. We've picked all of that one up. I can just go and do that. And then I'm going to very quickly shove this bale out the way. And we can come along and we can pick that one up a little bit later. Right, if I toss that one over there somewhere, like that. We can then worry about picking that one up later. We don't need to worry about it now. It would be really awesome if this snowblower was actually to open up the bale as well and let us go and take that. It's not the side. It's not front on with this one. It's got to be side on to be able to pick all that grass up. But it is doing it now. Oh, there we go. There's the full 20,000 litres. Nice. So I can bring you over there, I can pick you up and stop that one, and then if we switch over to the machine on the back, we'll use this second one right here, and there we can overload the grass straight in. So there's 20,000 gone in already, and that's now started to turn into silage. And we should, in theory, be able to unload the silage into there. The other thing that I want to do, now that we've got the snowblower on, is I want to go around this way. You can actually use the snowblower in the field to pick stuff up. Not that we need to, but it does actually work. No, what I want to do is I wanted to come over this way, like that, and come into the farm, around like that, if I can get these to fit. That's just wrapped me around the side of it, which wasn't very convenient. Let's try and... There. That's what I want to do. I want to bring it back over this way like this. I think by doing it like this, I can then... I don't want to do that. I want to get the front one going there, like that. I think this one will actually reach further over into the trough. It does. Someone put this into the comments. I'm really sorry. I can't remember who it was that said to do this. But they said if you use this snow blowing device thing, it does actually reach further under, and you should be able to clean all of the straw up that you've tipped out. It's only 365 litres, but it's just enough that was in there to make that little bit of a difference, isn't it? It's not a huge amount, but there is enough there. It did make a little tiny bit of a difference. So I'm not going to worry about going and picking up any more just now. Let's fold that one down. I'll bring you over here. Oh, no, I don't want to unhitch that one. I want to unhitch the front one. Yeah. I'm not going to go and get any more with that at the moment. Because we would... I think that we'd be better off, if we're going to go and open some bales, I think we'd be better off trying to use that one to do it. There, I want to pick that up. And I want to scoot on around here, and then I can start picking up this grass over here. We'll start with this field, because, you know, it's right here and close by. And, yeah, if I don't lower the weight down and try and turn that one on, and I, in fact, try and lower the trailer down, the pickup on the trailer down, things will probably work out a little bit better for me. And we can go on around here. It shouldn't take us all that long to go and gather up all of the grass. We can pop that into the fermenters, and then once that's done fermenting, we've got a bit of silage that we can go and put in for the cows, which will help keep them going. We're also going to want to scoop in a bit more straw. We've got... As soon as you reach past 500 cows, you're starting to have to move exceedingly large quantities of material into them in order to be able to keep them going. And this is where the challenge starts to lie. You've got to be able to keep up with them. And that's not an easy thing to go and do. It really isn't. It's surprisingly difficult to be able to keep up with all of the cows as soon as you hit that 500 cow point. And then when you reach closer to 1,000 cows, where you've already seen how much material we've got in there, and it's not even close to covering it, especially the food. I mean, the straw alone, we're needing well in excess of 500,000 litres of straw to keep the cows with bedding, and that's definitely not covered everything that they're going to want. So if we go and take a look in here, 1.4 million, almost 1.4 million is about 2/3 of the total food that they need in there. We got 450,000 litres of straw in there, and again, it's on about the 2/3 point for them. So I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to turn that one on. So the water is going to start trickling in. And then we can go on round over this way and tip this bit out. And then we'll go over to the railway field and we'll go and gather up the bit that's in that field. And that will give us a little bit of silage, which in turn, excuse me, will give us a little bit of other stuff. So what have we got? Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.